Hi, my name is Bintu and today I'm going to explain you how to run your second Java program on NetBeans IDE. I hope you have seen my video of running your first Java program on NetBeans IDE. If you haven't, please view it on YouTube. The program that I'm going to make in NetBeans IDE will be GUI based, graphical user interface based. Instead of console windows, GUI based are very interactive with the user. So I'll focus on that. This program that I'm going to make it, I'll be making it on NetBeans. So let's load on NetBeans. NetBeans IDE is one of the wonderful IDEs. It gives you a place to type program, compile, run, debug, whatever at one place only. This is the first screen that you get in NetBeans. You click on File, New Project. I'm going to make a simple Java project. So I'm using Java category here, Java applications here. Say authentication, authenticate. Let's give the name as authentication app. So here I'm clicking on finish. NetBeans will create a default code for you, the files and everything here. Can you see that? It is showing you the code that is written for you. This is basically the console based output. You get the output here on the console window. But I want to make GUI based, so I'll add a JFrame form. I'll make Java swing programs, right? So here I'll right click and I'll add on JFrame form. It's asking you the name, so I'll give the name and say sign in form. It can be any name, by the way. This is a design window, you will get it. What I'm going to do here, I'll ask the user to enter the name and password. When it clicks on submit, it will give the welcome message. So it is a simple program that will ask the name and password from the user. This is the palette window for the controls. So I'm using swing control label field. I'll take another field as say text field here, right? And here I'll write enter name, and here with this label field I'll write enter password. I can use for entering password, I can use the text field again, right? But what will happen when the user will enter the password? Anybody can see it on the screen. I don't want anybody to see the password that is being entered, so I'll prefer using password field. And next, after that, I'll use button, and for displaying a welcome message, again I need a label field. Font of all the 4, in fact all the 6, I want the font to be 18, at least visible, Here I'll go and I'll set its text to enter your name. Enter your name here. I'll set its enter password. Enter password. Here I'll make it submit. It can be any text. Here I don't want anything to be displayed, so I'll delete it. It has reduced its size. Make it bigger. Again, I don't want anything to be displayed here. I'm deleting this text field default text. Again, it is reduced, no problem. Make it bigger. Submit. This is the label. See, this is the inspector window which shows all the controls that you dropped in the JFrame form. J label, this one is label, this is text field. I don't want the default name, J text field 1. I want to make it useful so that it helps me in knowing in my code what is the name of the control. So I'm making a text field name. This is the given name I've given, ID given to this text field. I'll give it the name password field and password. Here I'll give its name as button submit. This is going to display a response, so I'll name it like label response, right? Okay, I don't want any default text to be displayed, so I'll remove this default text. I don't want to be visible. I don't want it to be visible until the user enters something. Click on the label response. Where's the label response? This one, and drag its node to some size, because you have to display a welcome message or whatever this is your. So this is a screen that you made, right? And here you want some code to be displayed. Initially you want to display a welcome message to it, so you want that code to execute when this button is clicked, And here this is design window, this is source code window where you type the code. You can click here to go into the source code window, or you can double click on this button to get the method where you need to type the code. For this code here, the code that you will write, that will run when you click on the button. So here I'm going to write that label response dot, this is the label that you created, set text. You want to set its text to some welcome message, as I said. So I'll write here welcome, and this is string concatenation plus sign, and in the text field name, that the name that user will enter, get text, you'll get the functions. ID helps you in everything. It shows you commands, it shows you the methods, syntax of the method. So what this command is doing, it is going to display a message welcome, and the name that is being entered in the text field name, that name will be fetched and will be displayed along with welcome through the label response field. Let's run it. So I'm running this file. You get this screen. Suppose I write the name as Johnny and the password as, say, again Johnny. Can you see that his asterisk has been displayed? You can't see it, but if I had been used a text field, anybody can see what is the password I've entered. When you click on submit, welcome Johnny. Whatever you entered password, it will show you the welcome message always, because you're simply displaying the output. We're not authenticating whether the password is correct or not. I mean, if the correct password is entered, then only it should display welcome message. For that, I have written this code, small code, and I'll explain you what it is doing. I'm using a boolean variable authenticated. I'm making it default true. I'm using one character array, correct password, where I have entered the correct password. I'm assuming the correct password is gold. User is entering password in the password field. It will get password from that and will assign to another character array entered password. First of all, you are checking the length of both the password, correct password and the password entered by the user. If the length doesn't match, then there is no point of checking the rest of the characters. You are assigning false value to the boolean variable authenticated. But if the length is correct, the next job is to check whether each character is correct. So you are making use of the arrays.equals method. In this method, you are passing two character arrays. One is your entered password. It will store the password that is being entered by the user, and correct password, which stores the correct password, which you assume to be gold. So this arrays.equals method will check the two character arrays. If both are correct, exactly same, it will return true and will be assigned to authenticated boolean variable. If there's any mismatch, it will return false to the authenticated boolean variable. The authenticated variable is true. That means the passwords match. It will display welcome and the name entered in the text field name. And if doesn't, it will display sorry, you are unauthorized. So let's copy it first. Here I am commenting out this code and I am writing this. It is saying that I can't find this arrays.equals method because arrays.equals is in a certain library and you haven't imported that library. See, Netbeans guides you. It is saying you that please import java.utils.arrays. So you double click on this error and it will import for you. This library is being imported. So the error is lost. Right click on it and you run it. You are entering Johnny here and the password you are entering again Johnny. Let's see what happens. Submit. Sorry, you are unauthorized. Okay. But if I entered the correct password as gold, what will happen? See, welcome Johnny. So this is a small program. If you find any problem, just mail me at bmharwani@yahoo.com. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.